Ademiluyi is a legal practitioner who joined the protest earlier today. He joins me live in the studio for more on this development. Even as a lawyer, we're told that
It's a pleasure to be here.
you joined union members earlier during the protest. Why do you think this protest is important at this time?
Thank you very much for that question. The struggle of the university workers unions, including ASU, SANU, NASU, and NAT, has been on for some time now in terms of their strike action. But this solidarity, nationwide solidarity mass action that took place today is so important in the sense that it's bringing the entire weight of the working class of the country onto the streets to begin to challenge the federal government to meet the demands of the striking workers. And the nationwide mass action has also demonstrated the power of solidarity of the working class, especially where just a section of the working class is making some demands. It is that complete solidarity that can make those demands to hammer home. And then I will say that safe and except for where I am challenged, this will be the first, arguably the first time since 1980 when particularly ASU affiliated with the Nigerian Labour Congress, that the Nigerian Labour Congress, as the largest labour center in Nigeria, would embark on a nationwide mass action. So it's a landmark historical decision. So, but it also underscores the fact that there's a magnitude of prayer of the rank and file of the labour movement on the labour bureaucracy.
But there are some who are concerned about the timing because we're well within the 2-week ultimatum that the president had given to the Minister of Education to have this matter resolved. So for the Minister of Information, he was of the opinion that, well, this matter is being resolved. Why hit the street?
How is it being resolved? That's the question hanging in the air. ASU is just, for instance, ASU's demand is that the memorandum of understanding that was signed in 2009 should be renegotiated. They are asking for around 34 billion naira, which is just a paltry sum compared to the mongrels amounts we hear in the media that elements in government make do for their personal profit. So what we are talking about here is the fact that the Nigerian ruling class neglects education just because of one reason. We don't have a productive ruling class. Like advanced capitalist countries where people engage in production of goods and services and all that. You have a ruling class that is a rent collecting ruling class that depends on royalties from oil sales and all that. So they don't have, and IMF and World Bank makes clear demands on them not to even fund social services.
How optimistic are you that this exercise is going to be fruitful? Because we hear NLC saying that right after this, if nothing is done, there's a 3-day warning strike.
That kind of general strike is far
but are you concerned about
overdue.
The implication and impact of shutting down the economy on top of what we currently experience as Nigerians?
The reality is that the extent to which the generation of universities have gone. If you look at the needs assessments, most of the citadels of learning have become more or less very, very dilapidated. So the weight of the entire labor movement needs to be brought down on the federal government at this time to make sure that it funds education. According to UNESCO, about 26% of education of the Nigerian budget ought to be spent on education, but less than that is spent actually, or even earmarked in the. So there is no limit to what the labor movement should do at this time. A general strike, a 48-hour general strike, a 96-hour general strike is far long overdue. Don't forget that they have been on strike for more than 6 months since February.
My point exactly.
Okay.
Do you think this is the language that government understands?
Very well.
Because ASU has been on strike for months.
This could escalate the pressure.
Is there a track record that this administration listens to this language?
The reality is this. In the way you are...
So it's not just about going on strike. My concern is there a productive track record that this strike is going to achieve what it intends to achieve?
I will give an example. In year 2009, I was a final year law student in Law University, and I marched on the streets in solidarity with ASU. And it was the solidarity of students, essentially, that bettered the memorandum of understanding that is now being called for the negotiation by ASU. So what that means is that mass action, solidarity, protest, strike action will always compel government. And don't forget that President Buhari has ordered the imperious Labour Minister to step down, who has been a clog in the wheel of the conciliation, of the negotiation, because it's clear from the press releases of ASU that it is the conciliator, in this case the Minister of Labour, that are also giving some verdict. So what we are asking for clearly is that there's need to fund education in this part of the world. Education all over the world is the driving engine of production, of revitalization.
Your point is
there's
bad.
no way we could move forward without that. Otherwise, we're going back into the woods.
Ayo Ademiluyi, a legal practitioner, thank you for
It's a pleasure
talking
to be
to
here.
us tonight.
It's a great pleasure.
Yeah.